So on today's Pulp Tales, we're going to look at a very interesting comic book series that many fans or fanboys, as we call them, say could have been the most important series of one-shots of the 1970s and 1980s. Of course, we're going to talk about the classic issues of Volume 1 of What If. This was a Marvel Comics anthology series, first volume from 1977 to 1984. Now, the company decided to look at a tribute to their existing characters up until 1977. If certain canon or certain Marvel stories uh, started or ended differently. Now, a number of these stories are set on an alternate Earth in the Marvel Comics multiverse, and the company used the term Earth 616. Some of the episodes are other, excuse me, alternate Earths, but you see where I'm coming for now. The original volume one ran from 1977 to 1984, and of course it kicked off with something that is kind of a tie-in to the original Spider-Man. Issue one was What If Spider-Man had joined the Fantastic Four, which was based on Amazing Spider-Man 1. Now, Spider-Man eventually later joined the Avengers in the Fantastic Four, but in this case, the Fantastic Four had a kind of a comic introduction to Spider-Man in an early Amazing Spider-Man issue, and it ties in. And the way these issues were set up, they were usually 22 to 24 pages of art, and they could were very open as to the explanation how these what ifs occurred and how they transpired. Issue two, what if Hulk had the brain of Bruce Banner? Issue three, what if the Avengers had never been? Number four, what if the Invaders stayed together? That's the kind of World War II version of kind of the Avengers of Captain America and Submariner. Number five, what if Captain America had not vanished during World War II? Number six, what if the Fantastic Four had different superpowers? Number seven, a very interesting issue, what if someone else besides Spider-Man had been bitten by the spider? Number eight, what if the world knew Daredevil was blind? Number nine, what if Avengers fought evil in the 1950s? Number 10, what if Jane Foster had been Thor? Number 11, what if the original Marvel bullpen had become the Fantastic Four? The Marvel bullpen, the artists and stuff. Number 12, what if Rick Jones had become the Hulk? Rick Jones, a good friend of the Hulk. Number 13, very important, what if Conan the Barbarian walked the earth today? Number 14, what if Sergeant Fury had fought World War II in outer space? Number 15, what if Nova had been four other people? Number 16, what if the master of Kung Fu fought on the side of Fu Manchu? Number 17, what if Ghost Rider, Spider Woman, and Captain Marvel were villains? Number 18, what if Doctor Strange was a disciple of Dormammu? Number 19, what if Spider Man had never become a crime fighter? 20, what if the Avengers fought the Kree Squad War without Rick Jones? Number 21 was the Invisible Girl of the Fantastic Four had married Submariner. That was a subplot where Submariner was obsessed with the Invisible Girl. Number 22, what if Doctor Doom had become a hero? Number 23, what if the Hulk had become a barbarian? Which ties in a Conan and a barbarian. Number 24, one of the biggest issues in What If history, what if Gwen Stacy had lived? Number 25, what if Thor and the Avengers fought the gods? Number 26, what if Captain America had been elected president? Very interesting issue. I had it in my collection. Number 27, what if Phoenix or Dark Phoenix had not died? And it ties into a lot of X-Men chronology. Number 28, what if Daredevil became an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Number 29, what if the Avengers defeated everybody? Number 30, what if Spider-Man's clone had lived? That was a subplot of Spider-Man. 31, what if Wolverine had killed the Hulk? Which ties into the famous Wolverine first appearance in Incredible Hulk. 32, what if the Avengers had become pawns of Korvac? Number 33, what if Dazzler, a member of the X-Men, had come to Hero of Galactus? 34 was a humor issue. 35, another big one, what if Elektra, Daredevil's girlfriend, had lived? 36, what if the Fantastic Four had not gained their superpowers? 37, what if the Thing and the Beast continued to mutate? 38. What if what would Daredevil be in Captain America held an alternate universe? 39. What if Thor battled Conan the Barbarian? Number 40. What if Doctor Strange had not become master of the mystic arts? 41. Of what if the Submariner had saved Atlantis from its destiny? 42. What if the Invisible Girl had died in childbirth? 43. What if Conan the Barbarian was stranded in the 20th century? 44. What if Captain America were revived today? Number 45. What if the Hulk went berserk? 46. What if Spider-Man's Uncle Ben had lived? And number 47. What if Loki had found the Hammer of Thor? Now, select stories of this were collected in a trade paperback, The Best of What If in 1991, and seven issues of What If Classic appeared in 2004 to 2010. But unfortunately, issues 13 and 16 could not be shown because the Fu Manchu and Conan was owned by other properties. Now you can probably find these back issues in the $5 to $10 range. Mint issues are very strong. Strange Adventures in Franklin could really help many of our listeners if you want to find out how to acquire them. Overall, for me, I had no problem with the series. In many cases, every a couple of months wasn't a regular thing, but the writers and artists on it, really were dedicated to give an alternate look, and it invigorated some of the titles, especially Conan, because it was ending its run. It was after Conan the Barbarian. Now, you notice there are a lot about Captain America, but some of the what ifs were taken care of in the future series. But for me, the what if I would have liked to seen as part of the group. What if Wolverine never joined the X Men? Like, what if the Falcon never joined with Captain America? For example, what if I don't know? What if Captain America never existed? That's a little bit too much of a brain hurt. But overall, the artwork is quite tremendous. The covers were quite tremendous. But like I said, for 47 issues, for what it was within that 7 year period, it was probably one of the best comic books out there. The only thing I can compare it to really is the mid 1970s run of Justice League of America and the Batman run of the 70s with Gil Kane and Neil Adams and a few other more. Also, Brave and the Bold. Very well scripted, very well put together. The top artists of Marvel were featured in the series. Just the words "what if" have been, party conversations among fanboys ever since, pretty well the start of time. I would give the series 4.5 stars out of 5. Again, there's some topics have not been covered because basically it was a different time. Because once the mid 1980s occurred, X-Men was getting to be the more popular series, and which led to the movies of the 2000s or further on. Then you had a revival of the Avengers. See, I'm not an Avengers fan really. I'm a fan of for most of the characters, but the Uncanny X-Men, it was so popular it was twice a month at one point during the key area. And what if you should have done a specific what if just for the X-Men characters, but it was the 1980s. There was a lot of speculation on what would be the most popular into the new era, and we've seen that the X-Men and the Avengers have been the biggest, what I call standard bearer for Marvel, through the years. Anyway, on this COVID Wednesday, we wish everybody a good evening. This is again, Pulp Tales refers to kind of a Facebook only series I started in 2017. I'm reviving this on my podcast channel, kind of in tribute to the many comic book collectors and graphic novel collectors. I will be featuring different things down the road, including the Kingdom Come series, Marvels, the Alex Ross, some of my favorite comic books of all time. So stay tuned. If you have a comment, like, or subscribe, please let me know. Getting 74,000 hits on my channel was very important this week. I thank everybody. But like I say on a regular basis, if you like the channel, tell your friends. If you don't like it, fuck right off. Don't tell anybody. If you don't like what I'm doing, bugger off. No joke. Have a good day. Bye.